Welcome back to the John Mendola Show here on WILK. 10:12 in the morning. Coming up in a little bit, we're going to talk with Baltimore Orioles pitcher Matt Wotherspoon, a local guy doing some great stuff and making it to the big leagues. We're super proud of him and what he has done. But we'll continue the conversation with our Scranton baseball team and Coach Jamie Higgins. We've got some guys we're going to talk to. So, Coach, let's talk first about the experience you have coming back this year and filling in some holes for the Knights.
Well, coming back, we had 4 or 5 guys with really good experience both in the field and in the lineup. But through the first week, we've been fighting some injuries off. My catcher broke his wrist. My backup catcher who's here with us today broke his thumb in our first scrimmage. My number 3 hitter from last year had surgery on his shoulder, so he's working his way back to get in the field. He could still hit. So we're just trying to piece some things together. We're giving some younger guys some opportunities early. So we're kind of finding our way right now and trying to make something click, all right, moving guys around the lineup, moving guys around position. So it's been a learning experience, all right. Next guy up is kind of mentality we've been having, and, whoever can perform and hold on to that job is going to have it for a while.
Boy, that's some tough luck. Wrists, thumbs, that's not an easy position to be in. Obviously, we're rooting for the kids to come around. Any of those guys have an opportunity to possibly return towards the end of the season, or are those things pretty tough to get back from?
Oh, well, I hope so. I mean, that's the plan. My backup catcher is here, and that's Jay Campbell. He has a non-displacement fracture in his thumb. So hopefully within a week to 10 days, we can get him back doing some stuff and see what he's capable of doing, see what he's not capable of doing, and try to fit him in there. And my catcher, Jake Wazlowski, who has a broken wrist, is, according to him, he's on the mend, and he'll be ready to go sooner than later. But hopefully we get him back by last week of April, first week of May, see what he can do, and try to get him back in there. And again, with these injuries, they're tough. They're kids. You don't want to rush them back, but you don't want to see them. They're both seniors. You don't want to see them, miss their whole senior season. So, we're cautiously optimistic that we'll get them back, and we'll see how it goes.
How about the outlook in the league, the competition you're going to be facing? Talk about some of the teams you'll go up against and how you think you guys are going to fare this year in the league.
Well, we already played 2 league games and against 2 pretty good teams in Abington and West. And again, we're just feeling our way out. I really thought Abington was playing at a high level early. This week we have 2 really good teams in Prep and Valley View. So there's no. I know in some divisions, you have some really good teams, and then maybe one game you could look at it and say, okay, I could throw my number 3 or 4 against this team and maybe come away with a win. But we don't have any of those teams in our league and on our schedule, so we got to be on our game all the time, and we have to have 3-4 pitchers ready all the time, because we usually see everyone's best. Everyone's got 2 or 3 good pitchers who can bring it. At the AAU and around the area, a lot of those kids play in the summer, so. Some of those kids, we're going to see 2 kids on Monday from Prep who are Division I ball players, very good ball players. We're going to see some Division I kids on Thursday with Valley View. So there's a lot of good teams, a lot of good baseball players in this league. So we got to be ready to play every game.
All right, Coach, we're going to get to the guys now. So tell us a little bit about Brandon Karp before we talk to him. What does he offer this year's team?
Well, all the years I've been at Scranton, I could look at kids that had played for me as a freshman, and we talked about Joe and Jake before, and they were the other 2. Well, Brandon's the 3rd one. He has a unique ability. He's got power. He's got speed. He's got a good arm. When it's healthy, he has a really good arm. So we're trying to get him back in the mid. So he provides us pop in the middle of the lineup, speed on the bases, leadership. He's been around this is his 4th year. So we kind of lean on him for a lot of different things. And so far, he's had a pretty good year at Scranton. Hit over 400 last year. Was leader in RBIs. Had a home run. So again, we're looking for big things from him this year.
All right, let's welcome in Brandon Karp here on the John Mendola Show. Brandon, welcome into the show. And a senior year, these years tend to fly, but talk about what it was like hitting the field as a freshman and all the experience that you've got under your belt.
Well, first starting off, my freshman year was kind of rough out on the JV team, then worked my way up through varsity, carrying bags and everything like that. But once I got in the game, when 2 of the seniors were actually gone on vacation, I just had to prove myself. And then once I did that, I ended up starting the next game, proving myself again, and then forward, I was full-time on varsity starting.
Baseball's your only sport. Talk about just putting the time in and how much time you dedicate to yourself all year long.
Yeah, I normally train like year-round. I take about month and a half off from October to November, and then I start up in December out at Pro Staff Baseball or hitting with Robbie Judge up at the Rail Riders and the JV head coach, and then play baseball U in the summer and just nonstop.
You're playing outfield this year, so take us through what that outfield will look like for the Knights.
Well, actually, so far this year, I haven't been able to get in the outfield due to the surgery on my shoulder. I can't throw at all, really, so we're a little bit weaker out there. We're just trying to get some guys that fit the positions, and I've been DHing, so I'm just trying to do my part the best I can on the team.
As far as the lineup this year, who are some guys with some bats so far early in the season?
So far, probably, we have like Steven Pazik, our shortstop and pitcher, myself, Noah Leedy, Jason Carpenter, a couple other guys who've just been trying to get a few hits here and there.
And as far as the classroom stuff, you're doing a great job. 96 average, you enjoy math and science. It's your senior year, so how about the next step? Have you made the decision? You're still in that process?
Actually, I committed to Penn State, Maine, about 2 weeks ago, and I'm planning on going into petroleum engineering. So,
all right, well, congratulations, and that should be a heck of a major there at Penn State. As far as you have a sister, Catherine. Tell us a little bit about her.
My sister, she's a freshman at Scranton. She loves to ride horses. She just likes the outdoors. She comes to all my baseball games, so she's a big supporter along with all the rest of my family, and she's been there the whole time for me, and even though she complains about it, she's still at every game, so it's funny to see her there.
It's good family support. We all got those little complaints. Talk about your relationship with your coach. Him doing the job there at Scranton for some time. We've seen some great players go through the program, and you're one of those 3 freshmen that kind of have done a nice job. So talk about what it's been like with Coach Higgins.
Me and Coach Higgins, we've always had a good relationship from when I started there as a freshman till now. He's helped me along and helped the whole team just to gel together, and he's a really good coach. He talks about like what we need to do and gets us up on our game and how we can prepare, and he's really good on the mental side of it too as well.
Well, Brandon, we wish you the best. Congratulations on Penn State University, and good luck in that major. Sounds pretty challenging, but I'm sure you'll do well.
Thank you.
All right, Brandon Karp, hoping he gets a little healthier and gets back in that outfield there for the Scranton Knights. We got 2 more guys we're going to talk to. We're going to take another timeout. We'll come back, finish up the conversation with the Scranton Knights baseball program and Coach Jamie Higgins. And Matt Wotherspoon is in the bullpen. He'll be coming up in a little bit here on the John Mendola Show. Let's head out now to our local State Farm insurance agent, Michael Griffin. Like a good neighbor, Michael Griffin with that brand new location in Dixon City is there. We'll be back on WILK.